I rolled my new character, bro, a Nosferatu. She's like super ugly with rat teeth and scars, but also she's got huge titties and a thick ass, and she goes around wearing super tight sweaters and How do I kill every player like this? Hey, what's up everybody, I'm SkyDieRay and welcome to another episode of DnDGreentext. As always, enjoy the video! Voice of an Angel. You're confronted by the god of music who has given you his blessing. Your charisma has been boosted by 3 points and have gained the ability Voice of an Angel. This means that you can sing, and your heavenly crooning will reduce antipathy and boost sympathy by individuals by 3 to 6 points for a turn. Stat boosting. How exciting! There are a few downsides though. In order for it to work, you must wear a fedora. All authority figures will suspect you have ties to criminal organizations. You only speak in a Jersey accent. Your singing is great, however it can be overshadowed by an elf with buckteeth and is more flaming than a fire elemental. You will inspire Seth MacFarlane to have a career. You will sooner or later have to join up 3 other guys that have the Voice of an Angel skill in order to stay relevant. Tell me about the time your PCs impersonated foreign royalty. Be me, DM. Be not me, human sorcerer, dragonborn ranger, half-orc barbarian, and half-elf bard. Be playing Dungeon of the Mad Mage. Tell players they are approaching a goblin market on level 2 of the dungeon. Players hear about a dwarf held hostage by the goblin king Yak the Tall. Players decide to rescue the dwarf. Tell the players he is held in the king's throne room guarded by a bunch of enemies. The sorcerer comes up with a plan. He asks if he can act as a prince. I tell him yes, but he needs to roll for deception and persuasion a lot. He agrees and they head over to the entrance. As they enter, the bard plays a trumpet and announces their entrance. Introducing Prince Shaw Kaikon, son of King Solomon and heir to the throne Trimander. The sorcerer entered the room. The barbarian was on his left and the ranger was on his right. As they entered the room, they noticed 4 bugbears, 8 goblins, King Yak and the dwarf chained to the wall. I told the players that they were playing a dangerous game and that they must watch what they say or else the whole room will go hostile. They agreed and the sorcerer told the others to follow my lead. He approaches the throne and kneels. The rest of the party mimics this. The sorcerer gets up and begins speaking. Sorcerer. Good king, thank you for gracing us with your presence. Who the hell are you and why are you here? My apologies, good king. I am Prince Shaw, son of King Solomon. I'm here on behalf of my father. I tell him to roll deception. He rolls a 17. Well, I do apologize about my suspicions, Prince Shaw. What can my court do for you? My father sent me to find out what happened to our liaison we sent. I tell him to roll a deception. He rolls a 12. What liaison? I was not aware of this. My apologies, but we wished to extend an olive branch between our kingdoms. We sent along a dwarven fellow to propose a treaty. I told to roll him for diplomacy and deception. He rolled a 15 for diplomacy and an 8 on deception. I told them that Yak was suspicious. You mean this dwarf? Why yes, but why is he in chains? Because this dwarf was caught stealing from a vendor and killed several bugbears before being captured. So if he's your liaison, I would have no choice but to count his crimes as an act of war. I tell them that the goblins, bugbears and King Yak begin reaching for their swords. I ask them what to do. They talk amongst themselves and decide on a plan. The sorcerer speaks up. I'm deeply disturbed by this news. Please know his actions don't reflect our kingdom. I hope there is some way we can rectify this matter without bloodshed. I tell him to roll for persuasion. He rolls an 18. I tell them that at this point Yak and his men refrain from drawing their weapons. I tell them Yak thinks for a second. Well, if your kingdom was to pay for the damages we caused, then we might refrain from acting upon this transgression. That sounds fair. What is your price? 2,500 gold should be well enough to cover the damage. The sorcerer asked me out of character if he was able to haggle the price. I told him to roll for it. He rolled a 10. I told him no. The sorcerer begrudgingly agrees and hands over 2.5k gold. I do appreciate your generosity, Prince. May this be a stepping stone to a vibrant future for our kingdoms. This is a grand future, but there is still the matter of our dwarf. What about the dwarf? I wish to bring him to my father so he can answer for his crimes, but I will be sure to send his head to you as proof of our commitment to the partnership. I tell him to roll persuasion. He rolls a 19. I tell him Yak gestures for his men to release the dwarf from his binds and gives him to the party. The sorcerer thanks Yak and they set off from the throne room. Moral of the story? Sometimes charisma is better than swords. And more fun! Pitch your setting in no more than 2 sentences. Have you ever seen the movie Bright? Okay, that, but less. High level campaign. Boss fight begins. The giant boss hits the barbarian with an attack. Barbarian laughs because he's raging and at full health. I tell him, now please roll a death save. Oh no, the Wizard College is having a spring break. The students are coming to party on your small town. What do? Go there, snort some magic dust and party. What's the most fun you had in an RPG? Be me, bard all day, every day, until the end of days. Be not me, ranger cleric, warlock and fighter. DM announces new campaign. We all get together and roll up characters without DM. DM has us walk into a tavern to introduce ourselves. Me, as I walk into a tavern, you see a fair elf with a tacky attire and a lute on his back. Okay. Usual ranger. As I enter the room, you see an elf with tacky attire and a flute on his hip. DM rolls eyes. Usual cleric. Upon entering the room, you see a fair elf with a tacky attire and a drum. DM. Wait. Usual warlock. You see a man with pointy ears and colorful clothes walk by with a cowbell on his hip. Please God, no. Usual fighter. When I enter, you see an elf. Are you really a bunch of bards? Me, after googling a band name generator. We are the AI Rocky Death Cult Wind Ensemble, and we're here to rock your goddamn socks off. Game is played over a Discord group call and can hear what I assumed was our DM banging his forehead on a metal table repeatedly. We all died painfully and over dramatically because bards, but it was very fun and highly recommend trying this at least once. BDM. Be not DM, half-orc, chaotic evil barbarian. Be not DM, elf chaotic good ranger. Be not DM, human lawful wizard. Party is dysfunctional. Ranger is good at convincing other two to do what he wants. Pay for passage on a merchant ship. Pirates attack. Barbarian wants to join pirates. Ranger points out pirates are more challenging enemies. Party saves merchant ship. Capture pirate crew. Shackle them all at the wrists. Wizard suggests party turns them in to authorities. Barbarian throws pirate captain into the sea. He screams for help and then drowns. Ranger doesn't seem to mind. Remind him of his alignment. Even chaotic good gods probably wouldn't let their followers kill unarmed prisoners lightly. Player turns to me. My character is a utilitarian. What the f***? Explains Bentham and Kant to me. My character thinks that killing the pirates will save many more innocents in future. Their pain now is less than the combined pain of their future victims. I never checked the character's religions because there's no clerics or paladins. I'm not smart enough to disprove utilitarianism. I have to let it slide. Barbarian player starts launching prisoners from the deck-mounted catapult. My face went. How do you feel about unsavory aspects of the tabletop gamers? Do you allow drug use for sessions? Depending on the drugs. Cigarettes or nicotine. Everyone has one guy who will ask for a smoke break during the session. Honestly, it's fine if they go outside. Weed. Definitely recommend smoking weed during the campaign. It typically leads to funny encounters. Alcohol. What's a TTRPG without alcohol? I mean, it's on my checklist of to bring to session, right between dice and character shit. LSD. Not going to lie, I feel it would be a nightmare to play on LSD. That being said, I feel it would also be hilarious as to see someone tripping balls and thinking the minifigs are waving at them. Cocaine. This would lead to either the fastest session you'll ever play or the most detailed battle plan ever conceived. Ecstasy. All the PCs refuse to attack anything because they love them. DMT. Only if Joe Rogan is playing. Heroin. If you thought encounters were slow normally, paint drying would take less time than Jimmy's strung out ass. That goes double if you need to Pulp Fiction his ass. Meth. It would suck, but to be honest, I don't think rednecks play TTRPGs. Rohypnol. After one session, you will never have Bill DM again. Adderall. Most efficient game ever. Character death. One of the characters dies at the end of the campaign. There is no chance of reviving them. What do you do? Should you hold a funeral for them? The party gathers in a graveyard to mourn the loss of their wizard companion. Silence befalls the group. The bard breaks the silence. I can't believe we have to bury another party member. Look at the bright side, at least he died protecting us. The bard and the fighter look at Amy. Didn't you throw him at the cult leader? Well, yes, but... The same cult leader that went into a psychotic rage because you killed his grandmother? Well, yeah. A murder you pass the blame off of. Yes, but I still killed the cult leader. After he literally ate the soul of our friend. Hey, in my defense, the guy's last name was Soul Eater. Shut up, both of you. We're burying a fallen comrade. Show a little respect. Both Amy and the fighter take deep breaths. You're right, I'm sorry. He will always stay with us. Yeah, never going to forget him. Amy kneels to the grave. Rest in peace, wizard. Yes, rest in... Wait, did you just call him wizard? Yeah, that's his name. No, his name was Braxton. Who names their kid Braxton? I don't know. Who names their kid Amy? He was traveling with us for 1.5 years and you didn't bother to learn his name. Oh, come on, Bard. Do you really think I would remember everyone's name? Both the bard and fighter go silent. Then it suddenly dawns on the both of them. Oh my god, you don't know our names, do you? What? You guys are crazy. We've been traveling with you for 6 years and you never learned our names. Of course I know your names. Really, what are they? Yours is, Rebecca, and his is Stephen? My name is Kelly. Zeke! No way, you guys are lying. Unbelievable. You're such an asshole. The both of them walk off. Alright, that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, I hope you enjoyed it. Don't forget to leave a like if you did and subscribe for more. There's a link below if you want to support the YouTube channel on Patreon. There's a link to my Twitch if you want to watch live streams of me playing Teamfight Tactics a lot lately. And there's also a link to the Discord server to get more involved in the community. And with all that, yeah, that's it. Thanks again for watching and I'll see you next time. Have a great day, bye.